have a whole bunch of missions. I guess the Foundation is DLC stuff. The Dark Place? It has a different icon. I think the ones with the V or the chevron are side quests, and the ones without are some sort of main quests. I want to check this out.
Welcome back, Director.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Okay.
We should check this out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go investigate the investigation sector. So, important question. Where is the orange peel figure in all of this? It's a very important part of the whole his thing. That was Alan Wake, man. Alan Wake. I've not played those games. Oh. Gosh. It's on the floor? The orange peel?
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
What's the orange peel doing on the floor? Why can I not go there? Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation DO845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhuman treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. Get talking to drink, sorry. It's waiting. Thank you for paying for the drink. The majority of redacted sector personnel seem to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's code name to be redacted. Amazing. With all files pertaining to the name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by a lack of clarity on whether non-human preternatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into predictive research. Cool.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author, Alan Wake. Per the interagency information exchange agreements, I have some paper pushers scattered up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we have received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting, and FBI agents sharing a name of the most famous character Wake wrote is looking at a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance of this guy. Special Investigation Gleason. Is this going to be full of references which I will not understand? Probably. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing. Presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, Research Ezra Cruz, Agent Carolyn Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shah. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist beyond the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. There's a lot of text to read here, what the heck? Oh gosh. Burrow Tractor. Miscommunication led to local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow William, male Caucasian. Case summary: 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries on the head, lacerations left ear/cheek, blunt force injuries extremities, dislocation right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from scene. Oh gosh. Conclusion is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Werewolf. Okay. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I have tendered my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I did this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. There's nothing loose inside. I'll never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open the firebreak. I'll carry the shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. So there's something here, apparently. Open up. Okay.
Not working.
Oh no.
Probably lose power course.
Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in the AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the staff. Oh no. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for our departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Heck, just filling the paperwork, all the other items involved behind the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate the whole sector's board of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson.
Somewhere.
Gosh, I cannot read all of this. Too much for my little mouth. Are you mocking me? To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why would the raccoons keep going over their monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got the Bureau Tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list is recurring problems is the staff at the Lighthouse Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Like, the document is called Cauldron Lake Update. Why did they redact the Cauldron Lake name? I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this redacted hits again. I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is all thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Steve? Steve. Why is there so much stuff to read? This is all references to Alan Wake games. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in Redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Redacted when Redacted with our staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness accounts, such as their arguments around the dimensional research wing, the Redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's Redacted as anything more than interpersonal agreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any Redacted, and his fitness to lead is not in question. I cannot read more. Sorry, I'll have to just look at them. Might have to take a picture or something and read it in your own time if you want to. My mouth hurts now. They're saying that you're a worm. That was from Trench. Okay, this is actually an important letter, maybe. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you're head of investigations. This is failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen? Holding a dangerous specimen investigations. The containment sector is for a reason. They are better trained, better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. Happens more and more now. And don't you think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice? You are a worm. It's been corrupted already. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You both are failures, plotting against me. You're traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Books! I love books. Shaded set. What? I've never seen one of those before. Dr. Ray Underhill, that's the person who is doing the mold stuff, right? She's a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist, stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to para-criminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the multi-threshold issue. Why would that be here? It feels like that should have been in the research sector. And I mean, I've read about the funding and stuff. And in the cube. But this is turned on. Unless it's supposed to be off. What did I do? What's this connected to? This. Light? I guess. We don't need the light. Where's the thing? There? I think I... Okay. I have to get there. And I cannot. Unless... Oh. There we go. Oh gosh. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to target AEE. Like you asked, I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here, given their records. It's possible they've switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event developing occurred here at Keystone. I think Grumman Morales got caught up in it. I don't think I need a light. Unless there's a shadow monster. There's gonna be a shadow monster, isn't there? The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds you of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings of various buildings, 2 overlapping circles, with a dot in shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. Where's my battery?
There. Now that gate should open.
Bureau tractor. It's not in Bureau custody. Unknown. Containing procedure. Description: ordered effect. A Frank L. tractor. Olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Background: this item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Bureau Farm, outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier that night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. She has trained the tractor to kill. Like a bear. What puts the letters under the table? Just about the Prime Candidate program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate program, protected by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted, and redacted were brought into the Hollis house and placed under redacted examination and tested with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program was produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted of paraneturally inclined redacted. Not only is this in the breach of the ASH Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the prime candidate program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. So, I don't know, does the Polaris just show me a version of reality which wouldn't be super bad for me? Or was the his showing me a bad reality? There's a light here. Beep beep. I'm going to say that the his is showing you things that are bad. And Polaris is just showing the things as they are.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Really? When did you figure that out? Under the conceptual reality behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away? But I thought that was a worm. And worms do not fare well in water. The Blasted Organization. Summary. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit parental materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. The word that describes this is redacted? Oh no. Everything is always redacted. Oh, okay. Do I go to the motel?
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Okay, this is... Why must this be so awful to look at? No, thank you.
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
That was Darling. On the TV.
Yippish.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been riding. We found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't. Wait.
What's happening?
Something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Okay. How do you sing?
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here? And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Keep this. What's that mean? Why does it go? Oh gosh. I'll have some pistachios, I guess. Yeah. Please. The machine is broken. Okay, this is all we can finish. I don't think so. That does not feel right. Oh. That's fine. I'm sure. I sure love this creepy motel now. Why is it so dark?
Dr. Emil Hartman,
Okay.
devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Does he have the hotline as well? He's got this triangle room. He is finished. Could be. Oh. Useful. Where am I? Oh. Oh gosh. It's a lot of places to go to. Someone broke the bridge. So I'll have to fix it. And I'll have to pay for it. Someone broke the door as well. Am I supposed to go over there? Probably. Hi. Goodbye. Was that in here? There's a broom.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Just as I like it.
Why did Wake want me to come here?
Wait, what? Wait, what? The picture is you holding the picture. The motion pictures are weird. Uh-huh. Whatever. Wait, no. Work. Bathroom. Box. Love me a toilet box. The box gives me a mission. This is fine. That's what things do usually.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
No.
Do I even want to know?
No. Well, this is a house shift, isn't it? The cubes. Shoulder time. Box. Huh. Oh. Of course the his would be here as well. Oh. Okay. Oh. Love it. Right. There's something in here. Just break through, I think. Ouch! There's something in there, I'm pretty sure. There's a box. Hey, I'm busy. I'm investigating. That's what I'm supposed to do in here. It's the investigation sector.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Yes. Hello. My feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Not sure I sent myself such a letter, but I might have, I don't remember. Okay. Hmm.
This darkness is blocking the door.
Goop.
So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
I felt goop. I've made in these things. There's light here. You just hold it. No. Okay. It's very bright.
Light burns it away, huh?
Okay.
Makes sense.
What's this way? A very dark room with more lights, I guess. How is this room so dark if we've got two powerful lights shining here? Surely the light would reflect all of the balls. Yeah, I'll take you with me. Any more goop? Shadow goop? There's mold. It's good to have here. Need to go up, I think. Yeah. Let's go check out the goop. Not the goop, the mold. Okay. Did I just break my light? No. Just break the barrier. Hello? Is anyone in here? Guess not. Okay. I'm friends with the mold now. Doesn't hurt me. Okay. I needed that. Orange peel. I can make something. Bing bing, hello! Thank you for paying your taxes. Search. I need confiscated motive. Sounds interesting. I'll have to look out for that. New light. Operation center or cubes. Cube world. Guess I'm looking that way. I'll be fire break. This looks very dark.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
The third thing? Does he mean... There's the hiss, there's Hedron. There's something else? Whose office is this?
All employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Of course. I need a light. I need a battery for the light, I think. Up there. Maybe. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was hired to do? My job? Want to know what I call that? Bad stuff. Got censored somehow. Asking us to integrate these. This is a very rude letter. Sphinx, without using words like altered items or ALEs or paracriminal, is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I've heard some stupid things. Gosh. they already know the facts. They know just as much as us, even more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That's the blew up those tracks, kill those people, also make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in the interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension, see if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Didn't count astral overtime or taking into account time spent in slower dimensions. That's bunk. Illegal altered item market. Black market hub specializing in trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine altered paranatural materials, was raided in redacted Czech Republic. Interesting. By a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. There's a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempt to activate them could prove devastating if done in a populated area. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Okay. More of Ati's quest. Okay.
Darkness everywhere.
Darkness everywhere.
New day, same old bloody city, said the old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
What's this?
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Okay. What's this? Following the NASA-BC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of the black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the redacted will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that will be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. I have lost the ability to read. I may not have ever had it. I'm just getting more tired, I think. I know. I'll try to get to a control point. Maybe I'll be there for the time being. Need to go up. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Come on. Just get through the window. Why is it so loud? Were the other ones so loud? I don't remember, that's the bathroom. Okay. Is there? Nice. That's so bright. There's another one. Okay. vehicle limited. Train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a para-criminal group known as Redacted. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. In response, the Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, the response team on site was able to respond to the train incident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Okay. Please.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Okay. The Shadow, Supernatural Entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of three node types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient redacted, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals. Human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects, similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals. See AWE35, which may imply a shared link to redacted intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted outbreak. I can't turn this on because I need the lights, which is here. Where do you come from? What's happening? Why am I being murdered? I can't even see them. What? Missing something? Or it's just flying. I didn't see them. Well, one of them was flying. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah. Oh! Up there. Is that it? Nope. Stop touching. What? It's an evil vending machine. It's fine. The vending machine probably died in the light. Awesome. Control points. It's kind of weird. There's one here, but there's one just on the other side of the room. But I think I'll leave it here for now. I'm super tired and I can't even talk anymore. Let's also build a search. I think. Okay. Wait. I guess, yeah, thank you very much for watching.